people.
You gotta tell people.
Yeah.
You gotta tell people what they need to hear according to what they can handle.
Do you know is extract? No. Do you know what extract or separate? That's Aquarian.
Extract.
Yeah.
Or separate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Extract is that's so parts.
Yeah. Do you find that like sometimes Aquarians are hard to control?
Then let's talk about that. Is that okay? Let's talk about. I'm not talking about. Hey, can you say down straight? You don't want to show your belly.
Oh yeah, no, we can. It's all nice and high.
Oh, so you're not doing.
Look at that! Look how good that looks.
You're not doing the opposite. You do the like a selfie.
Do the selfie. Yeah.
I like
that. Yeah, that way you can see yourself.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
That way there's no. That way you have security. Okay. What's up, Maya? We got double Mayas.
Oh, Carlos.
I'll get that.
I don't know.
The actual chicken man. We got here. Chicken man with a big delivery.
Okay. Can you close the door? Do we need to close
we can close the door. It's a closed door session. Here at Aqua in Beverly Hills. What's up, Maya?
Hi, Chicken Man. Today you have become.
There we go. It's more host-like when we're like that. There we go. Now it's official. Now it's more professional. Okay, now you bring us in. What's up?
Hi, what's up, Chicken Man?
What's up? The sky.
Well, welcome to our office again.
We're here. We're here. And I heard from a little birdie, not this birdie, but another birdie, that you have some things that you like to get off your chest about Aquarians, because it turns out I'm an Aquarian, and we're in the month of Aquarius. And Carlos of Aqua is also an Aquarian, and you got some things to say about Aquarians. So I'm here on behalf of Aquarians globally, worldwide, to hear your complaints, as though you're the Martin Luther with your 95 theses against Aquarians. All right, so is that fair to say?
No, I don't think I complain about Aquarians, but since you and my partner Carlos are both Aquarians, I say something from both of you guys, and I like to. Look at Chinese zodiac, and Western is what they call is a sign. Yeah. So what I say is the Chinese zodiac, 12 animal. Everything talk about is underground. But the Western the signs and everything is talk about that from sky. That's very interesting for me. It's one side is talking about land, another side talk about the universal sky. So that both actually is a match, right? Even the different name. So this month is the Aquarius month, right?
Yeah.
It's your birthday gonna come.
Our month.
Yeah. So from my point of view, Aquarius is the water.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have the cool part. Yeah. Sometimes the water can be everything for my philosophy.
Yeah.
Water, if you make a tea, a cup of tea, and it can be a glass of wine, and can be a pot of coffee, whatever you want to be. That's a cool part, right?
Right. Now, also, the Aquarius is the only human sign in the zodiac.
You know what?
Well, I'm just it's the only human sign in the zodiac, and it's known as the water bearer. That's like the water symbol. In the astral realm, water represents life.
Wait a moment.
No, I'm not.
Wait a moment. What do you mean only human sign?
It's the only human sign. All the other signs are represented by animals or whatever.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's the only human symbol in the zodiac.
In zodiac?
Yeah.
Zodiac is Chinese.
No, I'm talking about like the astral zodiac, like Libra, Libra, Cancer, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Leo,
Oh yeah.
Aquarius is the only one that has a human in it.
It's not human.
It is human.
Oh really?
Yeah, there's two. There's either the waves, the water waves, or there's the person that's the water bearer holding the jug of water. And in the astrological sense, the water represents life force. And the Aquarians are considered the water bearers, the life bearers for the human race. And so because you guys you're always like you're dreamers and you're aloof and like you're separate and like it's all about you. It's like very individualistic. I mean, excuse us for it's a human life. It's supposed to be individualistic. You know?
I think Aquarius sometimes they have like a Buddhism thought.
Mhm.
You know, that these things are very cool, but sometimes they are when you become friends and a family, and then you want them help you, you want them be part of with you. They kind of like out of the issue. You know, it's called extract or separate. Yeah.
Mhm.
So it's like my sign is Aries, and also I have some like around me is Leo, and I like be part of. I like take care responsibility. I like to take care of people, but I don't say Aquarius have that part.
No,
What
Aquarius
do
are
you
polite.
think?
We have etiquette.
What do you
You're
say?
Aries are goats. I've known a bunch of Aries, and it's
Yeah.
true. Aries, when they get bored, they won't meditate, they won't think about anything, they won't expand. They'll just go up to something and they'll hit their head on it with their little goat horns. They'll just be like, "Oh, I noticed you were having a good time." Like, dink, and they're like, "Yeah," and I'm like, and Aquarius are like, "Yo, chill. We're human beings. Let's get transcendental for a second. Like, let's not have any drama." And they're like, "No, more drama. Me like drama." And there's a bunch of signs that are like that. You know, they're like my brother, he's a Cancer, right? And Cancer's so emotionally needy because they're super sensitive, right? They're all crabbed up in their shell, and then when they come out, they're just like, "Oh my god, I'm too sensitive." I'm like, arguably too sensitive, and then but that also makes them like emotionally needy, and then like because everybody's kind of like viewing like perspective, like if your baseline perspective is a thing and you don't get outside of your perspective, then you're only gonna like think that you project that on other people. Like, oh, if this is my emotional setting and this is like my how much I get into the body setting, then you're just going to naturally assume that that's what everybody else is operating on. But that's not true.
Yeah.
So like Cancer is like when they don't like pop out of the body and get transcendental, it'll be like, oh, everybody's this fucking sensitive and like da da da. It's like that's not true. That's not true. And Aquarians, we're like super popped out. But the thing is, when we're popped out, we take a look around and we go, oh, well, there's that kind of person, that kind of person. And most of the time, we're not perfect, but like we look around and go, oh, okay, well, that's where they're at. That's where they're at. And then when people come to us, we're trying to stay centered and high and like keep like high perspective most of the time, not all the time, but then people come in with like their more body related grounded complaints, basically, of like, why am I stuck in the mire? Like, why am I having to do this drama? Why don't you come in and like play with us? We're like, because that looks like a lot of drama. We'll wait till the drama sort of dies down and it's a good vibe.
Yeah.
And people don't like that because intrinsically they're saying like, we have a problem here, will you come help us? And we're like, maybe.
Right. That's why I say that Aquarius is sometimes it can, I don't know, it's cold or cool. You know, both can connect with the water. You know, water can be cold, it can be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like me, whole body is fire.
Ah.
But the one thing is like I think Aries, no matter Aries.
Now I feel you're on fire, just like
fire and the water totally against each other.
Yeah. So what do you need?
Yeah. So
what do you need? You got the mink, and you're on
we
fire.
We're totally different animal, different people, but somehow I think we engaged. But I found one thing, and of course people are very honest.
You hear that, America? From Maya's lips to your ears, Aquarius. She thinks they're very honest.
They're very straightforward, honest, and also very artistic. Yeah, very creative.
Yeah.
See, I'm not all about the complaint. Yeah. Because I'm there, I'm the leader.
Yeah. Oh no, that's what it is. So you just had to you're like, now that everybody's cool with it, I'm in charge. I'm fine with it as long as like, that's not dictatorial at all.
I'm gonna make Aquarius more like a more.
You're gonna make them work in the fields.
I like to make them be part of the team.
Oh yeah, that's a very diplomatic way to put it. You'll never that'll never work with us Aquarians. We know what you're up to. Your totalitarian ideology.
Aquarians need the leader. Put them in the team.
Now I get it. Yeah. Aquarians are, if you're scanning the matrix to try to like control it, Aquarians are the #1 sign that's uncontrollable. Yeah, and that's causing you a lot of tension.
Yeah, like
you want to control it.
It's because I try to help. If you are
no, we're trying to help. We're trying to help. You know who helps? The guys that go away in the cave and meditate about the state of the world. They come back with answers. People trying to put everybody on a fucking team and like get them out in the fields working because that's what everybody should be doing. That's totalitarian.
But for my point of view, I think Aquarius people, they should not be married.
Okay, so that's law one in my world. Aquarians should not.
They are not a good candidate to be married.
Okay, we'll put that in the social credit score.
Everything they're separated.
Yeah,
they don't be a part
it's almost like they're exhibiting their free will.
You have problem for them. Oh, that's your problem.
Oh, it's like every time a problem happens, Aquarian goes away and thinks about it, and it's like, I use my free will and my thinking to figure something out.
Yeah.
And you're like, you should be back here huddled with the masses thinking the same dumb thought.
And I think that's a reason, because they're always thinking they are the outside people. They are, they don't concern.
That's not true, though.
Oh, really?
Have you asked an Aquarian if we think we're the outside people?
No, I saw that part. Like, you just want to be a chicken egg. You don't want to be a part of us.
What are you talking about? I was in the army for 11 years, lady. When was the last time you were in the army? I've been treated more institutionally than probably everybody in this building combined.
Yeah.
No, I did. I saw where collective thought leads to, and it leads to genocide, and it leads to war for profit, and it leads to people not thinking and abdicating and abrogating their free will. That's where it leads to.
But the one thing is I think Aquarians should be in the cabinet.
They shouldn't be in the cabinet. Yeah. Okay, so they shouldn't get married. They shouldn't be in the cabinet.
No. They are not good for marriage.
They're not good for marriage. They shouldn't be in the cabinet.
No, they're very good in cabinet.
Cabinet.
Yeah, because they're always thinking about the future.
Yes.
What's happening in the world.
Correct.
Yeah, they can be a very good advisor.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
you really are building out your administration here.
Yeah, that's why I'm the leader.
Yeah, of
you
course.
You always be my advisor.
Yeah, of course. You got to have somebody to lick the boots.
Sometimes I need your good thinking.
Yes.
Making me like work more.
Yeah. You're figuring out how Aquarians can be an accessory to your convenience.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. If my team, I like one, it's for the Aquarians.
Yeah. You want a team full of Aquarians.
Yeah, because they are peaceful people. They don't want to trouble.
Yeah. They won't revolt under under your iron boot.
Right. Sometimes maybe I have too much fire. I need to put in some water. Maybe.
Yeah, I think so. Maybe you should try surfing or parasailing or something.
Like a cool down me.
Yeah, maybe you should yoga. Oh, do hot yoga.
Speaking of yoga, I practice yoga. It's a long time ago. I have the master level. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever?
So it hasn't helped.
Have you ever done?
We tried.
Have you ever done yoga?
Yeah, I did this morning.
What do you do?
I go to the park on La Cienega, and I go barefoot, topless, and I get in the sun. And I start off with some calisthenics, and then I do like a 15 to 30 minute like freeform yoga. I'll start off with like some downward dog, some heart poses, some like sun warriors, whatever, and then I'll get into more complicated things. Yeah. And then like once I get the body working and I get connected to God, then I'll start doing Tai Chi, and then I'll do Tai Chi for the day, and then I'll get my downloads for the day. Because in the position I'm in, I'll have I try to keep everything good, but I meet with so many people and so many powerful people that like the Tai Chi helps me get ready for the battles of the day.
But excuse me, for my understanding, yoga, we don't connect with God. We only connect with myself.
Oh yeah, well that's the next level.
Sorry.
Yeah. When you get better at it, you'll connect. You gotta connect to the universe. You gotta know why you're working all that karma off.
Because that's why I ask you. A yoga practice is everybody individual, and everybody you build up you as a God. Everybody be your own God.
Yeah, with a little G.
Yeah. I think
you're not the God that created the universe.
Yeah.
If you think that, then you really have to get a much bigger team together.
Well, that's why we little people.
Yeah.
No matter you are Aquarian.
Yeah.
Or I'm the Aries, and we are small universal. We in the end we still need to connect with the bigger universe.
Yeah. The universe.
Yeah. That's why I think that's amazing.
Yeah.
How the people in the past, the creative, the zodiacs, is very interesting. The Western and the Eastern, we talk of different things, but but in the end, the one direction is happiness. We're looking for a happiness in one direction.
Yeah, the happiness is within.
Yeah,
you go inner peace. You go through your ego. If you go, when I penetrated my ego, I found my soul, and when I penetrated my soul, I found God. And then I found out that my soul, there's a molecule of my soul that's quantum entangled with God energy,
Yes.
which is it is the base electrostatic plasmatic version of the universe. It is the infinite intelligence before it takes form, even before it created the universe.
Yeah.
And that's in each one of us. And so any person who meditates, and that's why like long-term yoga will get you to, you'll find the quantum entanglement within yourself eventually, if you do it long enough. And if you do it with the mind that there is a spiritual like drive involved. And then once you get in there, then you can come back and be like, okay, cool. And then all the yoga is just maintenance to make sure that you're, because your body's the body is nothing more than a vehicle, is a quantum biological antenna and universal manifester. That's what your body is. Your soul is who you are. My soul is like what's making this stupid little puppet move, right? I'm just like puppeting myself. Like, hey, how are you doing? But the body itself is the most amazing machine. It's the most amazing possession you will ever have in your entire life. But you don't activate it till you log in with God, until you like you have to activate your free will. You can call it the universe. That's fine. The universal consciousness, whatever. But infinite intelligence, you have to go back to it and you have to say, I acknowledge that you gave me the body, that you created me, and like I'd like to activate myself now. And then once you do that, then like things go bonkers. That's why like I can't listen to godless people or atheists or agnostics, because they have a list of complaints about things that God hasn't done for them, but they haven't activated themselves. So it's like saying like, I have a laptop and I haven't logged into Wi-Fi. Why doesn't the internet work? Oh, the internet must not exist because I can't get the internet to work. Well, it's like, have you logged into the internet? Shut up. The internet doesn't work. Well, have you logged into the internet? Shut up, Aquarian. It doesn't work. Have you Wi-Fi? Shut up, man. My internet doesn't exist. And it's like same thing with God. Like you got to log in, and then good stuff happens. And then anybody else who doesn't log in, like, yeah, of course, if you haven't logged in, of course it's not going to work. Like it's stupid. And then it's just, unfortunately, the planet has a history of like, leaders know that. So when they take over countries, that's why they ban God. Like, oh, just be existential. Like, oh, it's just molecules and there's no spiritual level to it. It's just molecules and collectivism. And like all those societies, none of those people get to activate. And if they do activate, they get ran over by tanks in Tiananmen Square. This is like real simple. That's why I wear the chicken suit. Let people know. Like, yeah. And guess what? People to me, I mean, that's a chicken suit, right? You're pettable. You look, you're stylish and pettable and individual. Maybe you're an Aquarian. Are you an undercover Aquarian?
Maybe.
Are you?
That's what I said the other day at the video. Now you just mentioned Aquarians is the only one human in the group, but I mentioned to you is some people is carrying the human skin, and some animal carrying the animal skin, but they have a human soul. And some human that carry human skin that have animal soul. Not maybe that's what I meant.
Yeah. So, oh no, there's definitely going on when you get the inner insight,
right,
to like this, so the evolutionary level of the soul that's running the meat suit. Yeah, then it opens up a whole bunch of stuff. I mean,
speaking of is only the human in Western and zodiac, but the dragon is only the like we think is a fiction, and not real animal, is image animal dragon. This year is a new year, is a dragon.
It's a dragon.
Yeah, and then it's your best year because the dragon and the chicken is the best couple.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe I should get a painting of a chicken riding a dragon.
Well, you're gonna hit a luck.
Yeah. Oh, I'll get a lot of luck.
You get a lot of luck.
So I just need to put a saddle on my dragon
and ride. Lots of money this year.
I'm very much gonna get rich this year. Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna.
That's happening. Yeah. This is the year I get rich.
In Chinese, you're gonna get a lot of money.
Yeah. Where's my red envelope?
Chinese people, we're like,
where's my envelope?
Money.
Yeah. So that's the thing the Chinese people and the Sicilian people have in common, is that we exchange envelopes with cash at holidays. Yeah. Or just like, here you go. You know what to do with it. I saw an interesting thing about the calendar the other day. Some scholars, they said at a previous point that there were 13 months in the calendar, that it was a lunar calendar. It was 13 months of 28 days, and there was only one extra day in that per year. And I think they made that Easter. But basically that, we were on a 13-month calendar. And then they showed a whole bunch of other stuff of like why that's the case. It makes more sense.
So 13 months calendar. So which one is extra?
They call it Una December. Oh, okay. But I don't know if that was like the official name. But yeah, they had another name. But they were lunar months.
Whatever. This January and the first month, and I would love to say Happy New Year. And no matter Aquarians or Aries. Yeah. And now we both are carrying the human skin, but now you're carrying chicken skin.
Yeah, you caught me. I am carrying chicken skin. What other chicken parts do I have? Oh, my bow tie. That was the fancy portion of the evening. Concluded there.
Yeah, the Carlos is very Aquarian.
Yes.
Yeah, he's very cool, and he's like okay, you guys.
Yeah, he's a perfect example of an Aquarian.
Now he's look at us like look at that too stupid.
Yeah. No, he knows what I'm doing. Aquarians we're not that judgmental from our perch. Because the thing is, like, because if you get to the perch and you start being judgmental, then like actually bad things will happen to you. Because when you get to the higher levels of transcendental stuff, like meditate and you go, okay, I'm in 4D or even 5D a lot. I'm in 5D a lot of the time, which is non-linear time, which is why I can get cosmic downloads and I can get sequencing and all this other stuff out of it. It's all the stuff like when you talk to monks who go meditate for like years and years and years in the monasteries, all they're doing is getting downloads from the universe, and it's so much fun. So I know for a fact that in a previous life I was a Tibetan yogi. Like I've had flashbacks, and when I spent time with the Nepalese monks that came here like last year, and I spent time with them, and they told me, they're like, yeah, you're one of us. One of the meditations I like to do, and you can do this at home, is I meditate every once in a while, and I will astral project to the Tibetan monasteries. And whenever it's like, because it's like I can hear them right now, it's a phone call. Because astral projection is like dialing a phone number. So like when you meditate, you just think of the thing that you want to project to, right? So I'll go, okay, Tibetan monasteries. And I've been doing this since I was a kid. No one told me to do it. So when I do it and I meditate into it, they always pick up the line and they always laugh. They go, ha ha ha, ha, welcome back, brother. And because that's why they're always meditating. Because not only they meditate to the universe, they're meditating for other people to telepathically like link into them. Really? Yeah. So I'll meditate into them. I'll hear a little laugh because they all have a sense of humor. And then I'll like give them whatever the download is. Like sometimes they get information from me because I'm in the Western world and they want like a cultural update. Sometimes I'll have issues that I'm working through and I'll be like, hey, they're like a Google help, I'll just be like, yo, like, what do I do here? And then they'll just tell me like, oh, well, go do yoga, have more vitamin C, get more sunlight, whatever, like think about this. And I'll be like, okay, cool, thanks. And then I'll peace out. But there's all these different things you can do. But like as you get higher up into these realms of like doing that, you go around, and when you do when you observe things, then you'll start to affect them more. Like Carlos knows that as an Aquarian, like the higher up you get in those perspectives, the more you just like sit with your presence and you observe something, all of the quantum physics come into play, which is all the observational activation. So something that might take like a lower level person, like they may have to make a presentation or pound their fist on the desk or like get a bunch of people's attentions. If you get to a level where you can just make it happen with your observational mind, it'll start happening faster. And you can ding, 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 and you get a bunch of things rolling. It's not 100%, but it's pretty high. So the point is we can't sit around and be negatively judgmental at that level, because if you do, it will come back to you very quickly in a bad way.
Oh, really?
If I went around as a chicken man around town, I was like looking at people, because I meet so many people. I met like, so let's say today I go out and I meet like 100 different people. And if I look at like 50 of them, go, what a piece of shit. Oh, that person sucks. Oh, that person's not very evolved. And I just do that like one after the other in this like compare and contrast. Or I do like, or I'm like, oh, this Cancer wouldn't work in the fields for me, or like this Sagittarius would be hard to control on my cabinet, and that one should. If I said all that shit, by the end of my run, I would have made a bunch of people feel like shit, and the universe would send back to me what I put out on those people. So all of a sudden, bad stuff would start happening to me, like guaranteed bad stuff if I went around doing that. So you gotta have clear mind, clear conscience, clear projection before you get to those higher levels. Because you remember, did you ever see Ghostbusters? Okay. So at the end of Ghostbusters, New York City gets taken over by all these like supernatural forces, and the Ghostbusters have to come in to fight the supernatural forces. You go through this whole story. It's all good versus evil. And at the end, as they're about to face the final boss, they go, oh, we're in the fifth dimension now. Because they open a portal in New York. They go, oh, we're in the fifth dimension now. And they go, well, what does that mean? And they go, whatever thought comes in your mind is going to immediately manifest. So whatever you do, clear your mind, because whatever the worst thing in your mind right now is going to like show up and like try to battle us for New York City. It's like the final stage. So they're just sitting there and they're trying to keep their mind blank. And then like one of the guys, I forget if it was like which one of the comedians, he's like, uh-oh. And they're like, what? There's like, I couldn't help it. And the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man starts walking down like Fifth Avenue, and he's like 50 stories tall. And he's like, I couldn't help it. I had to think of something nice. And that's how it is. Like when you get to those levels, whatever you start thinking like starts manifesting really fast. So if you have negative thoughts, it's like not good for anybody. But conversely, if you have positive thoughts, if you're doing Aquarian work and you're being altruistic and you're not worrying about people being like, hey, why don't you come back to this? Like, you know, and we're like, hold on, we're thinking about stuff. And then when you're in that position to be amplified, the good it can do, the utilitarian good it can do for everybody, including connecting the collective, which seems to be like your primary goal with things like, you know, connecting people in the collective. Those things can all happen in a positive way, like rather quickly. And especially if we got a bunch of Aquarians together. Can you imagine the Aquarian million Aquarian March? Get all us Aquarians together.
That's what I learned from Zodiac, and it's about people have different personality, and we have to understand that. And you cannot, judgment people have. Everybody have to be like you, you know. Think of like all the people like Aquarius, all the people like Aries. That's not in the universal.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need the different thinking, different people. Well, some people may take take more, dark energy, but some people may take more positive energy. But they all have the good and bad parts, and how you go through your short life.
Yeah. That's why I like flower gardens.
Yeah. Oh, right.
Because I just go, oh, all the different flowers, they're all different.
Well, flower have the soul too. Yeah.
I remember I was at
yeah.
the Yogananda Self-Realization Center in Pasadena.
Oh, you know that place?
Yeah.
Oh, that's my favorite place.
Yeah, that place is amazing.
Yeah,
That's where
I talked to Carlos many times. Say, Carlos, next time go with us.
The Self-Realization Center is amazing. That was the first place I went to, that flower garden, and that was the first place a flower came to life for me.
Yeah.
I was like sitting there and I was like looking at it, and it like literally came. I was like, what? It was like a Walt Disney movie.
That's the first thing I came to Los Angeles, and I found a peace place for myself in that place.
Yeah, the place is amazing.
Yeah, especially before sometimes I get like a downtime in my life. I went there and just been there, and then I like yeah, it's
See?
very spiritual because in there there's no any one religion, one thing, all the people welcome, all religions welcome. Yes, all about yourself.
Yes,
Not
all
about
about yourself. Now you're sounding like an Aquarian. Did
Yeah.
you have some Aquarian habits? Is that you're sneaking off for yourself?
That's why Aquarians think they have the old. Everybody have the spiritual parts. It's not only the rights of Aquarians.
Of course.
Okay?
Yeah. Yeah, of course. Exactly. We're just hardwired with more of it, so we have it. It's like our curse. It's our curse and our blessing.
Yeah. You don't have to do,
I don't look down on other people for it. I consider it a gift, and it has prevented me from living a more conventional life. Like early on, I knew I wasn't going to be able to. I had siblings, and like I was the only Aquarian, and like other people, they have more grounded things, and they don't. This is a bunch of things, and I don't judge them for it. I just like, it'd be like if I had a PhD and then I went back to like a high school and I was like, look at these stupid high schoolers. They're so stupid. And I was like, dude, I have a PhD. Like, be secure. Like, they're on their journey. They're doing their thing. Because here's the thing. There's no goal in life. Like all these like governments and all these villages and all these like tribes, like, they've convinced everybody like there's a goal. Like you have to like satisfy these requirements of like food and this and that. And it's not, none of it's true. None of it's true. It's really not true because you could die a bazillion times. You can die a billion times and just keep coming back. It's not a big deal. Like it's a hassle to die and be reborn and all that stuff. But it's not. But it's not the end of your game.
Speaking for that, I think that's more deep things to talk about. It's because we're human, no matter you are Aquarians and Aries, and human somehow they are not like an animal. Human have more desire. So that's why sometimes people will say human nature is ugly, is evil. Some people will say, in Asian, we say human nature when you're born that moment, your nature is kindness. But what I heard in Western is human nature is evil when you're born. You need training. You need education.
Who said that to you?
I don't know who said that, but what I heard, yeah. So whatever, that's education different. You're reading some like a Western novel, and when they're training the kids, like a Jane, the famous, the story, when she was little, the uncle or auntie put her in the darkness. You know, in Asian, we don't train kids like that, but the Asian parents, it's training kids more too much, how I say, so too much love, and then they give you like a 2 years baby, they feed you, you know. I saw some good path and the Western thing and the style educate baby. You have to, pick a food by yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's different. But yeah, the if you want to talk about that part, and back to the system, and I think because we sometimes some people like different like zodiac have 12. Some people they want to be aggressive, some people lay back. Yeah, so for that,
I mean, I've been in a room with a Leo.
yeah, so for that, Leo, me have to make some rule.
Wait, you're a Leo?
Hi,
Leo.
hi guys.
Yeah, Leo's always walking in a room and they look around and they go, "Who's the best person to lead this room?" Me.
No, my moon is a Leo.
Oh, you're Aries Leo? Yeah, no wonder you're a holy terror.
That's why you and the Carlos and Aquarius, but you got
yeah.
Maybe
that's why we had to get you out of the CCP. Otherwise, you're gonna be a Politburo member 5,357,325 reporting for duty.
Yeah, so I'm not necessary. I'm not necessary like system, but a certain rules we need to follow.
Absolutely, to the death.
Yes.
Got to fight to the death for certain rules. Aquarians not good for marriage. All right for the cabinet. Keep an eye on them. Otherwise, it's out to the work yard for us.
Yeah, but because the responsibilities are worth.
Yeah.
Aquarians is thinking different.
Yeah, we are different.
Yeah, because.
Well, you said yourself we're different.
Was myself different?
You said that we're different. You said the Aquarians are different.
Yes.
So we're being accurate.
Yes.
So we're not incorrect that we're different.
I don't know.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Maybe we're just doing what we know is the best thing for us. Is that against your rules?
No.
Is doing the best thing for yourself against the rules?
Yeah, for me, I just want to take care of everybody.
Do you want to take care of everybody, or do you want to control everybody?
Control is in a good way and bad way.
No, there isn't.
Yeah.
They're all bad.
Control, you cannot.
Control's a bad word.
Control, you cannot say everything's bad.
Yes, you can.
Well,
leading is good. Leading has a variety. Controlling.
Leading, yeah, I like.
Controlling is bad.
So Leo is a leader.
Yeah, well, they think they are. They're predisposed for it. How Aquarians are predisposed to be yogis, Leos are predisposed to be leaders, but they're not all equipped to be leaders. I think Leos are the funniest sign because they're the funniest. Like my dad's a Leo. I have a bunch of Leo friends, and they're funny because they always take control. Their subconscious is programmed to take control of the room. So they always do it, and they're rarely the most qualified to be in charge of the moment. So I haven't been to a professional leadership institution. I'm a professionally trained leader. So I will just sit to the side and watch them and watch a comedy of errors while they try to, very much like a lion, walk around and roar and like puff their chest out and show their mane and be like, I should be in charge. You're like, yo, dude, we're just like ordering drinks. Like, why are you making such a big deal? Like, dude, we can do this. Like, and it's not just one. It's like every Leo I know like does it to some capacity. They're just like, I'm like, like I think they think the most highly of themselves of any of the signs personally, but and I don't judge them for it. I just think it's funny. I just think it's fun because some of them when it works, when a Leo is qualified to be the leader, like that's when you get somebody that's like, whoa, that guy or chick is like, they really can lead like in a way, like because they get obsessed with it, That's when you know somebody's like really made for something. Like they're predisposed to it. They have the skill set, the experience, and then the opportunity comes in and they're obsessed with it. Like went to Steve Jobs and was like, hey, Steve, I don't think you should be in the tech industry. right? They were like, yeah, dude, I just no, you know, you're just not good at this. Like tech isn't for you, right? Like it's obvious. Like, you know, nobody's like, hey, Walt Disney, you're not really that good at entertainment. Like, man, why are you a grown man spending all your time on cartoons? Like before cartoons existed, keep that in mind. Cartoons didn't exist. And Walt Disney is like, you know what? I'm gonna bet my entire business empire on cartoons, not just cartoons, like a feature film cartoon. Like when he made Snow White, he bet everything he had on it. And the world didn't even like cartoons at the time. And anything, it was like a, you know, a childlike preoccupation or something. But to like be like, oh, dude, this is what I'm gonna do. That guy he sounded completely insane.
Interesting. Yeah,
it's way too much.
Are we good today?
Are we good? Okay, we're here with Maya, so let's wrap this up, Maya.
Because
what else we got? Maya, she was planning her own, you know, very highly controlled, but get along together, but everybody doing the same repetitive task.
See, if I don't control today's show, the Aquarius is gonna go on.
Well, what are we gonna do?
Yeah.
Okay, tell us, what's your nightmare scenario? If us Aquarians aren't controlled properly, what will we do? What's gonna happen? Tell us, what's gonna happen if the Aquarians aren't brought in?
Enjoy the first month and this year in China we call Dragon Year.
Hey.
And yes, dragon is a very powerful year.
Happy Dragon Year, and expect that Maya's gonna send you lots of envelopes with cash. Every one of you watching,
could it be?
Look in your mailbox. It's coming in. It's the year of the dragon. Love you guys. I hope everybody has a great year. All your dreams come